This is no longer our battle. I tried fighting you. It can't be done.
Could you really rest for all of eternity, knowing that you had the chance to stop him, but did nothing?
Hello everybody, this is Snarist, and welcome back to my Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor no upgrade run. This is part 8, the Warchief, and this is more or less a tutorial on how to deal with Warchiefs. So there's always going to be an objective that you have to do within a fortress to lure out a Warchief, and then when you do that, the Warchief will arrive, and then you have to start dealing with that. And it's not so much a problem in the beginning stages of this game here, but in the back half of the game, when you get to Nurnen, you're going to be facing Warchiefs that will have multiple bodyguards. And while you technically can deal with those Warchiefs and brand them very easily, the easiest way to do it is just take your time and target their bodyguards and take them down and destroy them, or you brand them, you get them to betray their Warchief, and you do it for all of them. So, you know, Warchiefs that have more captains as their bodyguards, well, they'll turn on him and it'll be a lot easier for them to deal with. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm showing you guys that when you hold R2 for stealth and you hang from a ledge, you can attract other enemies towards you and you can stealth kill them from the ledges. But I made a very big mistake here. I didn't pay attention to all the other different places where, you know, Uruks are lying around and they're wandering around and you see them. By the way, grabbing the Uruks with R1, or whatever button it is for you to grab them, and tossing them away or into other groups of enemies is a pretty underrated way of dealing with them. I definitely think it can be useful, but it's only very situational. And so now, because I was reckless before, I've now got the entire fortress pretty much after me. And the Berserker is just what you saw before. It's the guy with the double axes, the guy that I picked up and threw away and over the ledge. Yeah, you don't want to attack them head on without stunning them or getting over their backs first, because they will block and push you away. And I was about to use my Wraith Flash then to deal with them, but you got this cunt over here with the spears just tucking them at you. You know, just, you need to have great timing and situational awareness. Getting the counter and the blocking on these attacks isn't really difficult at all, but you need to pay attention to what sort of enemies you got. If you got shield guys, don't do any risky combos near them, because, you know, you can't straight up counter them. You need to run into them and dash over their shields, and that definitely interrupts them. But sometimes, because there's so many enemies lying around, you get tripped up on, you know, targeting the wrong guys. If you've got guys with the archers and shooting at you from a distance, or you've got hunters with spears, deal with them first too. So what you can do as well is you can use, you can hold down circle to drain enemies. It takes a very long time to do, but you can drain them for elf shot. And while you can't drain them for health unless you have certain skills or certain abilities attached to your weapons, yeah, for the most part you'll see me needing a lot of elf shot recovery from time to time, and so I'll find a lonely Uruk and I'll just drain them. And it becomes much useful later on in the game because, well, if you drain an Uruk, not only do you get your elf shot back, but you can also convert them into your, you know, one of your soldiers, one of your grunts. And it becomes much easier to deal with. Now, I'm not luring in the Caragor with that piece of Caragor bait there. You know, you can shoot bait and you can lure in the Caragors. I think it's because he's got the Monster Slayer trait, or he's got the Hate of Caragors. I forgot which one it was, I wasn't really paying attention to that. But either way, it would basically make him stronger, because whenever a captain or a warchief kills, like, a Caragor, then what'll end up happening is they'll get their health back. I don't think their level will improve unless it's part of a mission, but they will get all their health back. And you do not want to do that. You do not want to put them in that position. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure I've still got my elf shot ready to go. I'm just trying to find an opening where I can jump down on him, or at least hit him in the back of the head, because he is vulnerable to ranged attacks. So yeah, unfortunately with so little focus I can only do 2 fully charged elf shots with the slow-mo on it, but you know, my aiming was pretty good then. So you can see on the map as well, there's plenty of elf shot lying around, but because he wasn't looking at me and I was able to move back into the cover of the floorboards, then yeah, I just jump down the other side and I move away from him. I go looking around for the elf shot. Now he's getting too far away from me, which is a problem because, when I saw that he's arrived, I thought the game had bugged out, but no, it hadn't. But don't risk it, don't get too far away. So I want to try and find an opening where I can hit him in the head and kill him, but I can't because he's just gone flying all over the place. I think it's funny that you can put the enemies into slow mode with your focus mode, but then suddenly, the moment you hit them, they go flying around at normal speeds. Now, because you see these captains or warchiefs take a knee, that means they're vulnerable. While it's not perfect in terms of detection, you would just want to vault your way over all these other enemies and get to them before they stand up. And there goes the other twin, and he's dead, and we free Ratbag, and that's the end of the mission. And I believe in the next part we're going to get round to killing all the other warchiefs that there are in this region of the game.